Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT! This is WWE 2K24 Universe Mode, episode 198. Tonight we're back live on the white and gold brand, and we come to you live from Cohasset, Massachusetts, as we build up towards NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day before Survivor Series Premium Live event. Welcome to the show, folks. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. Welcome to KO Productions. Welcome to NXT. And let's waste no further time and get right at the action, folks. Here we go, man. Let's get to work. Tonight we start off with action here involving one half of our NXT Tag Team Champions. Is coming up next week. The NXT Tag titles will be on the line, as the team of the champs, the War/Viking Raiders, will defend them against the number one contenders, the Creed Brothers, tonight. Ivar and in singles competition here tonight.
Contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Eric, representing the Viking Raiders from Valhalla, weighing in at 305 pounds, one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, Ivar!
The Raiders looking ready here tonight. NXT Tag Team Champions are in the house, live in Cohasset, Massachusetts. Ivar in singles competition against one half of the number one contenders, the Creed Brothers, winning the number one contendership shot by defeating Trick Mellow Gang.
Accompanied by Brutus Creed, representing the Creed Brothers from Lexington, Ohio, weighing in at 230 pounds, Julius Creed.
And it's Julius Creed who steps up to the challenge tonight. The more nimble, more athletic member of the Creed Brothers, but both the Creeds certainly have been looking impressive as of late, especially since defeating Trick Mellow Gang to become number one contenders a number of weeks ago. And now one-on-one action tonight to try and build momentum towards next week's NXT Tag Title Showdown. Ivar and Julius Creed going one-on-one right here, right now to kick us off live in Cohasset, Massachusetts on NXT here tonight. Let's get to it, waste no more time. Rod Zapata, your referee, ringing the bell, and here we go. Here we go then, folks. Ivar, big kicks there. Catch him there, got him in the leg there though. Now Julius Creed, Irish whip, gonna send him into the corner. Now Julius, what's he gonna mind here? From the corner there, he's clothesline by one half of the number one contenders for the tag team titles. Julius looking good here, Ivar down and out. Elbow drop, moving out of the way there. Now Ivar getting to his feet, big boot, didn't get all of it, and a cross body running right on him, like a freight train. And now rolling to the outside of the ring, now is Julius. Ivar, tall base, so I see that taking out both Creeds. Took out both of the Creed Brothers, but he's grabbing the wrong one. He's got Brutus here, sends him into the ring, and now Julius from behind looking to take advantage now. Running neck breaker. On to Ivar on the outside now. And now Julius Creed gonna send him on the steel steps. And that's opening contest. Julius Creed back into the ring. Count of 5 here from our official. Rod Zapata as Ivar almost decapitating Brutus with a clothesline. Comes back into the ring now at the count of 7. Julius waiting on him. Blocking that shot, but didn't block that drop kick as Julius takes him down. Here's the cover now. Creed now for the big win here on Ivar. Scoring 2 and a kick out by one half of the tag team champions. Now, as Julius Creed got a main double axe handle, and then another big time drop kick by Julius Creed. Grabbing him the legs now in a big shot. Nicely done. Big kick there. Now Ivar runs in, missing the clothesline. Creed again. Third time of the match with a drop kick. Julius Creed looking good tonight, ladies and gentlemen. In the corner, but Ivar able to counter. And now Ivar going to send Julius Creed into the corner. And that's not where Julius wants to be. The big brute bomb out of that corner there by Ivar. Ivar now looking good. And now what's the big fella looking for here? Off the ropes, looking for something big here. On to Julius, and there's that cross body again. Really trying to win one half of the number one contenders off the ropes now. Handspring back elbow by Ivar. Incredibly done. Here's the cover now on Julius Creed. Oh, but Rod Zapata is fixing the turnbuckle pad that Eric removed. Almost sabotaging his teammate now. But look at this. Oh, big shoulder breaker there by Ivar. Here's the cover now. This could do it. Ivar for the win here on Creed. Scoring two and a kick out by one half of the number one contenders for the tag team titles. We've got a lot of championship matches still to come tonight on NXT, live from Cohasset, Massachusetts, so you do not want to go anywhere to miss that incredible matches stacked up here tonight, live on NXT. Big standing shooting star press by Julius, almost getting in the victory as Eric slid in a kendo stick, but it was a 2 count off that standing shooting star there for Julius. And now he's heading back to the top rope now. Creed looking to put away Ivar, elbow drop out of the harm's way. Nobody home there is Ivar now looking to take advantage. Big time neck breaker. Now heads out to the top rope now. Heading up to beat up. What's he gonna make? Oh Jesus, Julius Creed. Oh, big shot though from Ivar. At the top rope now, Ivar Morley go round by the big fella. That was incredible. Coming on shoulders down on Creed. Scoring two and a kick out again. Man, interesting matchup here. Interesting styles between Ivar and Julius Creed. And look at Ivar now, looking to fly in, and there it is. Big springboard clothesline. By the big man of the Viking Raiders and a big splash. Cover once again for the win here, and another kick out by Julius. Ahead of the tag team title matchup going down next week. Gotta imagine as well what will be going down at TakeOver Vengeance Day. For the NXT Championships on the line as well. Look at this. Look at the strength here of Julius Creed. Able to roll through now and a sliding clothesline. Covered now by Creed. But Rod Zapata was walking away there. But now for the cover, the 2 count. No, and a kick out by Ivar. I think that momentary hesitation from our official Rod Zapata, who is going to fix the turnbuckle pad, may have costed Creed the victory there, and that was Eric's doing. Good teamwork from Eric, but right now it's Julius Creed. A rope assisted tope downhill on the outside. Taking out Ivar on the floor. Big man in trouble on the outside here. In this singles contest to kick us off live on NXT from Cohasset, Massachusetts. Julius Creed now headed up to the top rope. Ivar down, now he's getting to his feet. Elbow drop to a standing Ivar. Cover again, but once again it's Rod Zapata fixing the turnbuckle pad that Eric removed. The cover, shoulders down, leg is hooked. Ivar's been done for a count of 3, maybe a count of 4 or 5 at this rate, but he kicked out as Rod Zapata turns round. Very convenient there. Watch Ivar now, picks him up. Look at the strength here. Ivar, driver. Head first goes Julius. I believe it may have busted him wide open. Here's the cover. Ivar for the victory. Scoring 2 on. Created a kick out. Very close call, but staying alive there. Unreal. And then watch Ivar bottom rope and the cannonball sent on. On to Julius Creed picking up one half of the Creeds. Ivar again. Jawbreaker. Or not jawbreaker, rather shoulder breaker from Ivar. Heading up to the top rope. Julius could be down and out. Turns it around now. Ivar went for the moonsault. He went for the doomsault. Julius moves out of the way. Small package now. Creed to steal it. Scoring 2. Kick out by Ivar. Holy smokes. And look at Eric. Eric trying to get distracting now. Eric trying to pay dividends for Ivar, distracting Julius Creed here. Ivar getting to his feet. And watch out. Julius, there's that springboard clothesline now from Ivar. That paid dividends there, it sure did. But now back to his feet as Ivar screaming out, war, war, war. But down he goes like STO. Running style by Julius Creed. Off the ropes now is Creed, and a big time forearm. Down goes Ivar. Heading up to the top now is Julius. Looking to do his thing here. Beautifully done. Picture perfect shooting star press off the top. Scoring 2 on one half of the tag champs who kicks out. Ivar staying in it off the shooting star off the top. Incredibly done though by one half of the Creeds. Moving out the way, that elbow drop. And now look at this. Ivar shoulders down. Got him here. 2 down off the jackknife cover and a kick out by Julius Creed. Ivar almost had it one there. Big stop moving out the way. Back in a stalemate here. Big forearm though. Caught by Ivar. Ivar meant for the kick. Moving out the way though. Able to block it. Kick away from Ivar. On to Julius. And this is incredible. Watch Ivar go here. He is rolling in this contest. Big forearm there though. From Julius Creed. Heading up to the top rope. Ivar there trying to stop him in his tracks. Julius right there, big shot stopping him, and a big double axe handle off the top by Creed. Ivar getting right back to his feet, a spinning heel kick connecting. Fast-paced, incredible action tonight. Ivar went for something. Big forearm from Julius. Busts him wide open. Picks him up. Creed got him where he wants him. Rolls through. And a sliding line. And that may do it. Here's the cover on one half of the tag team champions. Leg is hooked. Shoulders down. Can he get him here? Scoring two. And he got him. Julius Creed with a huge victory. Pinning one half of the tag team champions, and if that happens next week here in NXT, we may have new NXT tag team champions. Congratulations going out to Julius Creed, victorious tonight against the very game and fighting Ivar this evening. Live in Cohasset, Massachusetts on the white and gold brand here tonight, man. Man, oh man, that Creed's going to be happy with that one. Going to be very happy. If it goes down next week, we'll have new NXT Tag Team Champions. It's back to winning ways for the Creeds here live on NXT here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But as I mentioned, a lot of championship affairs still to come tonight, including this one. And our main event as NXT Champion Gunther defends against former NXT North American Champion and the #1 contender Cesaro. That's still to come later on tonight, but coming up next, the NXT Cruiserweight Championship is on the line as Santos Escobar recently picked up a number of rapid wins. He takes on the incredible champion, the man Dragon Ilya Dragunov. It comes up next live on NXT as Santos Escobar is making his way to the ring here right now. We last saw him a number of weeks ago taking out JD McDonough in singles action, the former NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Let's see if he can put away the current NXT Cruiserweight Champion with a championship on the line. And the champ, Ilya Dragunov, has been an incredible champ to say the least, ladies and gentlemen. He has put away every and all comers that have stepped to him for that championship, including former champ JD McDonough, including Dragon Lee, including Nathan Frazier, including Angel Garza, including Humberto Carrillo, including Swerve Strickland. Tonight, Santos Escobar could be added to that list, and it could give Ilya Dragunov his 7th successful NXT Cruiserweight Championship title defense here tonight. As here is the champion, ready for war as always. The Tsar has arrived, the Mad Dragon ready for a fight to defend his Cruiserweight Championship against Santos Escobar right here, right now, live on NXT from Cohasset, Massachusetts. Ilya Dragunov has been the NXT Cruiserweight Champion all the way since NXT TakeOver Great American Bash before SummerSlam, which gives him a 178-day reign and counting as the NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Can Santos Escobar stop the reign in its tracks at 178 days tonight? Or will Dragunov live to fight another day as NXT Cruiserweight Champion and try and get past the 200-day mark as an incredible champion he is proved to be? But you gotta imagine though, if Santos is to beat Ilya Dragunov tonight for the Cruiserweight Championship, maybe Ilya Dragunov is going to move up the power rankings here in NXT, maybe try and go for the North American title or even the NXT title, as he has been a dominant force in the Cruiserweight Championship division, and maybe even better than the division itself, as the Mad Dragon always getting a positive response from this sold out crowd tonight, and every sold out crowd he attends. Going to be a fun matchup here tonight. First time ever clash between Santos Escobar and Ilya Dragunov. Santos currently has a 2-win streak here in this series. He's won the last 2 matches he's been a part of. Let's see if he can make it 3 tonight, as that right there is what they are fighting for, the beautiful, prestigious and coveted NXT Cruiserweight Championship here tonight, folks. Let's head down to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Alicia Ting.
And his opponent from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 187 pounds, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, Ilya Dragunov.
Thank you, Alicia. Here we go. Dragunov and Escobar going to be fighting it out here in this one for the Cruiserweight Championship of NXT. Will this be the last time that Dragunov hands over his Cruiserweight Championship to the NXT official Rod Zapata? He allows Escobar to have a look at it. He could be walking out as champ tonight. Rod Zapata, the NXT official, holds it up. That's what they're fighting for here tonight. And this contest, here we go, folks. Going to be a fun one here this evening for the Cruiserweight Championship of NXT. Santos Escobar, Ilya Dragunov. Let's get it on the way. Rod Zapata, ring of the bell, and we're off. Cruiserweight title on the line. Collarbone tap. Santos, big kick there. Ilya Dragunov catching him right there in the hammy. And a big boot to the face by Ilya Dragunov. Down goes the challenger up the early stage of this match. Smack to the face. And for the knife edge chop was Dragunov. Nice stroke by Santos. Escobar connects with a jawbreaker. Beautiful jawbreaker there off the rope. Santos. Oh, with a boot. Big boot to the face by Escobar. And now Escobar in the corner kicking him away here. Middle rope cross body by Santos. Santos able to win a 4-way in an episode of WWE Dark not too long ago, defeating Joe Gacy, Tony D'Angelo and Lexus King in that contest. And then of course I mentioned him defeating JD McDonough, former Cruiserweight Champion, not too long ago as well on NXT. So getting a shot at the Cruiserweight title tonight against Ilya Dragunov certainly is deserving, but maybe he's not ready for the spotlight. Dragunov able to boot him right there in a big flying clothesline. Taking out Escobar, covering out centre of the ring. Dragunov to retain the gold kick out by Santos Escobar. A big shot there, moving out the way, rolls through. Escobar now running, and Hurricane Rana now on Ilya Dragunov. Beautiful Hurricane Rana. And another Hurricane Rana now by Escobar. And now Santos is on fire here, ladies and gentlemen, as he screams out, W-O to the outside of the ring in this Cruiserweight title affair. Big tope suicida by Santos Escobar now. And now Santos gonna send him back into the ring. Escobar now fired up. Got a springboard cross body, but didn't get all of it. Enough to knock down the Cruiserweight champ, however. Here's the cover. Will it be enough to win the gold? Scoring one or only. It'll be only a 1 count for Escobar, who elbow dropped. Not able to find its mark. Ilya Dragunov now. Beautiful German suplex. Bridging with it. Scoring only one. Kick out again by the challenger Escobar. An elbow drop to the back now by Dragunov. And a big senton by the champ. And another one connecting on Escobar. And there's number 3 moving out the way though of the third attempt there. And a beautiful knee strike by Escobar. Rod Zapata's getting in the way of all the action. Fuck off, ref. And look at that Santos. Nice best chop, big shot. Super kick by Escobar. Off the ropes now. Santos could have had this earlier. This time he can. Beautiful leg drop by the challenger. Use the cover for the gold here. Scoring 2 on Dragunov, who kicks out. And that's Cruiserweight title affair tonight. Santos Escobar, Ilya Dragunov fighting out for the gold. Another leg drop by Santos. Got him right in the throat there, the champion. Big kick moving out the way. As Ilya Dragunov not able to connect. Dragunov now forearm. Finds its mark. Knife edge shot by Ilya. Now Dragunov, what's he got in mind here? Rolling through. Look at the strength here. And a pinning predicament. Bridging into it. Only one. Kick out again by Escobar. Now Santos getting to his feet. Dragunov waiting in the wings. Picking him up now. And now here goes Ilya Dragunov. Got him. He wants some of those. The devastating powerbomb. The prelude to what Dragunov usually does to end the contest, which is the H-bomb. We're going to see it right now though. Big time H-bomb from a standing position. Cover from Dragunov now to retain the Cruiserweight title. Scoring 2, not enough. Escobar staying alive, it's not over yet. Usually Dragunov goes to the corner to do the H-bomb or the torpedo master, but this time just simply putting him away, or trying to put him away with the incredible maneuver, which is the H-bomb from a standing position. Escobar now back on the offensive now. Double knees in the corner. And now picking him up here. Looking to put him away. And there it is. Phantom driver for the title. Escobar to do it. 2 count on Dragunov who kicks out. Unbelievable. Dragunov went for the senton. Escobar moved to the way. Sent him in the corner. Double knees. And the Phantom driver. But it was only enough for a count of 2. But a very close call nonetheless. Escobar heads up to the top rope. Beautiful splash. Picture perfect. And for the cover, for the Cruiserweight title, will it do it here? Score in 2, another kick out by Ilya Dragunov. My days. The Mad Dragon surviving everything that Escobar's throwing at him. Big stop, Dragunov to his feet and a flying clothesline now by Ilya. Backing up Santos. Escobar looking to straight through Exploder suplex on the challenger. Really worse for wear here in this Cruiserweight Championship affair. Ilya Dragunov going to head up to the top rope. Not often that we see him go up there, even though he is the Cruiserweight Champion of the world. Big shot from Dragunov off the top. The big elbow right in the top of the head. Perfectly placed by Ilya. But now Santos catching a leg and a Dragon Screw leg whip now by the challenger. And another leg drop now by Escobar. Escobar looking good with them leg drops, picking up Dragunov rather, and now got him double knees right in the chest. Here's the cover. Escobar for the Cruiserweight title. 2 count on Dragunov and another kick out. And another near fall for Santos Escobar in this Cruiserweight Championship affair tonight. Dragunov running in with an STO on Escobar, and now Santos rolling to the outside. On the apron now, Ilya Dragunov fired up here in the Championship affair and sends Santos to the outside of the ring. Dragunov in the ring to himself momentarily, but it looks like he's going to fly to the outside and show what the Cruiserweight division's all about. Top base suicide by the Mad Dragon. Dragunov looking good in this Championship contest tonight as he sends his opposition back to the inside. The champ now picking up Escobar. Going to send him into the corner now. Oh yeah, Dragunov looking good. Look at these big strikes on Santos in the corner. Big stop now to the chest. And I've seen this before from Ilya Dragunov. Only recently he started pulling it out of his arsenal. We're going to see it again. In the corner now. Ilya Dragunov setting up Escobar. Coast to coast by the Cruiserweight Champion. Will that do it now? Dragunov covers. Looking to retain his Cruiserweight Championship. Score then 2, not enough. Only a 2 count. That's all it will be just yet. Kick out by Escobar. Escobar rolling out the way. Watch Santos now. Back on the offensive. Mexican Destroyer. Folding Dragunov like an accordion. Here's the cover for the gold. 2 count. No. Kick out by Dragunov. I was so close. That was so close. I thought we were on the cusp of seeing a new Cruiserweight Champion crowned off the Mexican Destroyer there. And now it's Santos Escobar out of the corner now. On Ilya Dragunov. Metal rope goes Escobar. Got him up here and a fireman's carry and sends him out to dry. Rib cage first off the top rope. The crowd chanting, this is awesome, which indeed it is. Santos top rope. Frog splash. That's could do it. Escobar covers for the Cruiserweight title. 2 count on Dragunov and another near fall. The Cruiserweight champ stays alive in this incredible encounter tonight. With the Cruiserweight title on the line. Dragunov, oh, with great separation in the torpedo Esco. Out of nowhere by Dragunov. The cover, the 2 count, no, not enough. Not enough, ladies and gentlemen. Just a 2. Santos Escobar still surviving in this contest. And Ilya Dragunov doesn't know what to do. Big elbow by Escobar. Escobar getting all fired up, but Dragunov fired up in his own right. Knife edge chop after knife edge chop. Time and time again was Escobar. But here comes Santos Escobar. Clothesline now firing back here in this Championship affair. 3 beautiful clotheslines by Santos now. And the corner of the double knees by Escobar. Picks him up. Phantom driver, that's it. Good night, Dragunov. New champion crown. 2 count. No! Ilya still in it again. You've got to be kidding me, ladies and gentlemen. Now Escobar once again with another leg drop. Loving to do that move tonight in this Cruiserweight Championship matchup. Middle rope now goes Santos. Elbow drop. connecting by the challenger, and that's a fair Dragunov to his feet, though, STO. We're back live on NXT. It's we are dragging off his backhand control. Connecting with that big time lariat. Rebounding off the ropes. The cover of the champion to retain. And it's another kick out by the challenger Escobar. What the hell is it going to take here in this contest? Ilya Dragunov now in the corner. Looking to push Santos away. You got to believe if he hits this, it's all over. Dragunov looking for the Yates bomb in the corner. But Dragunov now getting caught by Escobar. With a boot to the moosh. And now Santos off the ropes. Victory roll. Shoulders down here. Score into Escobar's done it. We have got a new champion. Santos Escobar has dethroned the Tsar. The Mad Dragon has been defeated. Ilya Dragunov no longer is the Cruiserweight champion as Santos Escobar has done it, folks. Unbelievable. Some may call that an upset. Escobar able to steal one over the champ. And now he's the champ. Santos Escobar now is the new NXT Cruiserweight champion. What a war of attrition tonight between these two men. Clearly put in an absolute fight at both of them. But that's the result of this matchup. We have got a new NXT Cruiserweight champion. Congratulations going out to the Emperor of Lucha Libre. Escobar living up to his moniker and is now the NXT Cruiserweight champion. But still to come tonight. Up next for the NXT Women's Championship. As more championship affairs still to come. It's the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, the number one contender, taking on the champion, the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley. That comes up next here live on NXT. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. That was a number of weeks ago. I believe it might have been last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, where this woman, Shayna Baszler, was able to stake her claim and get a number one contendership opportunity at the NXT Women's title. She won a triple threat to get this shot tonight against Rhea Ripley by defeating Io Sky and tapping out Roxanne Perez. Can she become the new champion? We find out next live on NXT when we come back. We're back live on NXT, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the Eradicator. Here comes the NXT Women's Champion. Rhea Ripley has arrived here tonight, folks. We're going to put our championship on the line against Shayna Baszler here this evening. Baszler winning that number one contendership opportunity. Rhea Ripley, though, looking to stop her in her tracks here this evening. She has already got 3 successful NXT Championship defenses. Can she make this her 4th tonight? We're going to have to wait and see. As the champ making her way to the ring here live in your penultimate matchup of the evening live on NXT from Cohasset, Massachusetts. Rhea Ripley then, ladies and gentlemen, winning the NXT Women's Championship off of Bianca Belair by cashing in her NXT Money in the Bank contract that she won all the way back at TakeOver Battleground. She cashed in on the 2nd of October episode of NXT. It was Title Tuesday, which means she currently has a 217-day reign as the NXT Women's Champion. I'd also like to correct myself on the Ilya Dragunov's reign. I said he had a 178-day reign as Cruiserweight Champion. He actually had a 179-day as Cruiserweight Champion. So 179-day reign for Ilya Dragunov as that championship reign has now come to an end with the hands of Santos Escobar in your previous encounter. Let's see if we can have another title change tonight on NXT in your penultimate contest of the evening. Shayna Baszler looking to take the NXT Women's Championship from that woman, the Eradicator of NXT, Rhea Ripley, in her 217-day reign as champion. Here tonight, the crowd looking ready as am I. Is that what they are fighting for, ladies and gentlemen? The beautiful, prestigious, and coveted NXT Women's Championship. Let's head to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Alicia Taylor.
Introducing the challenger from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. And her opponent from Adelaide, South Australia, the NXT Women's Champion,
Huge ovation from the sold-out crowd tonight in Glassett, Massachusetts for our NXT Women's Champion, Rhea Bloody Ripley. Let's see if Rhea can retain her championship against Shayna Baszler tonight, the Queen of Spades. With the gold on the line, Rod Zapata handing it over to Baszler. Will it be the last time that he takes that championship from the hands of Mami? Gonna have to wait and see. We could see another potential championship changing hands tonight on the white and gold brand. Here we go, Baszler and Rhea. A lot of history between these two women as this matchup underway for the NXT Women's Championship tonight. What's a paddle ringing the bell? We are off. Shayna Baszler off the bat now, looking good here. Big strikes on Rhea Ripley as she was able to defeat Roxanne Perez and Io Sky to win this opportunity at challenging Ripley tonight for the goal, but a big boot by Rhea. Going to stop her in her track. Big boot there connecting. And a Rhea Irish Whip going to send her into the corner. Another big time boot connecting there. In the corner this time by Ripley. Rhea, big boot knife edge chop here. Ripley, oh, what a devastating headbutt. Moving out of the way though, Shayna, a spear. A spear by the challenger. Here's the cover for the gold. 1 count. Scoring 2 kick out by the Eradicator, as Rhea Ripley was not expecting that spear there from the hands of Shayna Baszler. And watch Baszler now. Oh God, whatever she wants her. Oh jeez, look at that big stomp there connecting. Rhea Ripley, however, oh, and a big boot to the face. Beautiful boot there by the Eradicator. Rhea Ripley going to Irish Whip Shayna Baszler and send her out of the corner. Another boot. This time in another opposing corner by Rhea Ripley. Baszler rolled to the outside of the ring. Rhea up to the top rope and a missile drop kick to the floor. Taking out Shayna Baszler on the outside. The champion looking good in this championship affair tonight. Live on NXT, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's Rhea Ripley going to head up to the tippy top rope. Look at this. Springs up to the top. Big elbow drop to the back of the challenger. Here's the cover leg as hook shoulders down to retain the gold. 1 count. Scoring 2. Well, let's do it in a kick out by Shayna Baszler. Baszler staying alive here in this championship affair. Rhea Ripley has already defeated the likes of Tiffany Stratton, Bianca Belair, Raquel Rodriguez for the NXT Women's Championship. And next on the agenda is Shayna Baszler tonight. She's also won non-title matches against the likes of Roxanne Perez and Chelsea Green as well, since being the NXT Women's Champion. Raquel Rodriguez, of course, winning the Gold Rush Tournament, the Women's Gold Rush Tournament, and defeating Lyra Valkyria in the finals. Lyra was also one that defeated Shayna Baszler as well. But now Baszler has another opportunity at winning gold tonight. Locks in the armbar. Will Ripley tap out here? Will we see a new NXT Women's Champion crowned? Baszler's got it locked in, and Rhea Ripley out the back door. And watch Rhea now. Big shots right up the top of the head by the Eradicator. Still to come tonight as well. Up next for the NXT Championship, the ring general Gunther defending his gold against Cesaro, former NXT North American Champion, looking to become NXT Champion later on tonight in your main event following this contest. Right now it's Shayna Baszler going to send up Rhea Ripley into the corner. Rhea, of course, after defeating Raquel Rodriguez, the winner of the Gold Rush Tournament, thinking that she will be champion forever, but maybe not. It's Shayna Baszler now, connecting with a beautiful back suplex off the top. Baszler to win the gold here, scoring 2, kick out by Rhea. As Rhea Ripley looking to defend her championship for a 4th successful time against the Queen of Spades, against the Submission Magician here tonight. Big right hand by Rhea. Gonna turn Baszler around, got her up electric chair and plant in her face first. Electric chair face buster by Ripley. Here's the cover to retain the gold. Leg is hook shoulders down, scoring 2, kick out by Baszler. That was a close call though. Rod Zapata was fingertips away from hitting the mat for a 3rd time. And seeing Ripley retain her championship, and Rhea not happy now. And here comes the Eradicator now with ground and pound. Mami with ground and pound on Baszler. And this championship contest. Shayna though running an all clothesline into the corner. And they're going to bring her out of the corner the hard way now. There's Shayna Baszler. Beats her down to the mat now. Cover now. Scoring 2 for the title. Another kick out by Rhea Ripley. Is Shayna Baszler not happy? This matchup not yet come to an end. Ripley gets caught with a big overhand shot by Baszler. And look at this against the ropes now. Shayna Baszler trying to use the ring to her advantage. That is a good thing about the submission magician. Big kick by Shayna Baszler. Challenger now hoisting the champ up, and a big Yokozuna cutter. Floats over now into the cover for the championship here. Scoring 2, new champ. No, not yet. Kicking again by Rhea Bloody Ripley. Rhea too good, man, to stay down off that. And now Rhea runs in. Big boot to the midsection. Another one connects. Third one, and now hoists her up. Baszler in trouble. Riptide! That will do it. Use the cover. Ripley to retain. Shoulders down here on Baszler, but now getting her up at the last possible second. Baszler still in it. This matchup rolls on for the NXT Women's Championship tonight. Your penultimate match of the evening in Cohasset, Massachusetts. Rhea to the top. Missed out. Drop kick again to the outside. We saw it earlier on in the same contest. We'll see it again. Ripley now going to send Baszler back in. The champion looking good. The challenger looking worse for wear in the centre of the ring. Rhea Ripley now waiting for Baszler to get to her feet. Tippy top rope. Not enough to connect. Big kick caught. Kick to the hammy there by Shayna Baszler. Spins around. This is the same manoeuvre that she used to become #1 contender. Making Roxanne Perez tap out to this manoeuvre. In the triple threat matchup, Coquina clutch, Karafuda clutch, whatever the hell you want to call it. Rear naked choke is locked in tight. Odds up her right there. Will Ripley tap out? Will we have a new champion? Rhea able to reverse the pressure, take it out, and a big headbutt there with the back of the head of Ripley connecting to the front of the head of Baszler. As this back and forth encounter once again continues. Baszler getting caught there with a German suplex. Release there from Rhea off the top, and a frog splash by the Eradicator. Covered by the champion. Shoulders down, leg is hooked to retain, and another kick out by Shayna Baszler. And Rhea Ripley is pissed. Rhea Ripley not happy, but look at Rhea. We're going to make Shayna tap out now. Shayna Baszler calls herself the submission magician, but Rhea now got the prism trap locked in. Rhea's got a lot of victories with this maneuver. Will she make Baszler submit here? Prism trap. Nowhere for Baszler to go. Will she retain the gold? Wants up her right there to see if Baszler taps out, and if she does, Rhea Ripley will retain her title, but Shayna Baszler going to be able to roll through, stay alive in this contest. Rhea not happy. Baszler with a spear again. Spear running right through Rhea Ripley in this championship contest. Now stomping right on the elbow of Ripley. Baszler now looking good in this championship contest. Picking up Ripley to her feet. Got her where she wants her. Papers pet by Baszler. Oh, but the rope saving her though. The rope saving the champion. Leg under the bottom rope was Rhea there. And Baszler going to fly to the outside off the apron. Connecting with a senton on the floor and the champion. Baszler back in the ring. Picking up Rhea Bloody Ripley to put her away. Big boot there to the midsection. Hooks around. Karafuda clutch back in. Locked in again. Rhea's in trouble. This is gonna do it. Will Baszler win the gold? Will Ripley tap out? Will we have a new champion crown once again? And 2 back-to-back matches here in the white and gold brand. Rod Zapata right there checking on the champion. Baszler's locking it in tight. Karafuda clutch. And Rhea Ripley again. Gonna somehow survive in this contest. What a war tonight for the NXT Women's Championship. Ripley able to escape. Big boot to the midsection and a headbutt on Baszler connecting. Finding its mark, picking her up. Kick caught low by Baszler. Swings her away. Shayna shoulders down now. Jackknife pin for the title here. Scoring 2. Will she get another kick out? My days, and Baszler doesn't know what the hell to do, but now ground and pound on the champion, on Tamami. Trying to maybe bust her open and cause more damage here. And this contest for the NXT Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley, however, able to roll out the way and gets Baszler with a double leg takedown. Top rope now goes Mami. And another frog splash by Rhea. Here's the cover. Leg is hooked, shoulders down now. Scoring 2. Not enough. Another kick out by Baszler. Unbelievable scenes. Oh, but look at Shayna. Shayna shoulders down now. Inside cradle. Small package for the title. To steal one here. 2. Not enough. That's how Alexa Bliss beat Becky Lynch last night on Raw to retain Her women's world title newly won from last weekend at King of the Ring. But big boot by Rhea Ripley. And Rhea back on the offensive. Second time of the match. Gonna stare her down. There's Riptide on base. Well, that'll do it. Beautiful penny predicament. Leg is hook, shoulder down. And that'll do it. Ripley retains. She gets the 3. Rhea Ripley is still the NXT Women's Champion. 217 plus days as NXT Women's Champion for Rhea Ripley, as that is her 4th offense in the books for the Eradicator. She was able to defeat Baszler tonight, and Baszler's name joins the list of opponents that Rhea Ripley's already put away in championship contention, such as Tiffany Stratton, Bianca Belair, current WWE Women's Champion over on SmackDown, and of course Raquel Rodriguez. Add Baszler's name to that list as Mammy once again retains her NXT Women's Championship here tonight live on NXT. Congratulations going out to Rhea Bloody Ripley. What a matchup tonight, live on the white and gold brand. But now, folks, it is now time for your main event of the evening, with our 3rd and final championship affairs set to be defended. Here we go, folks. It's the Ring General Gunther, your NXT champion, defending against Cesaro. It's your main event. It's next, live on NXT from Cohasset, Massachusetts. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There you heard it from Alicia Taylor. The NXT Championship set to be defended tonight. As here comes the challenger, winning the opportunity a number of weeks ago in NXT by defeating the Archer of Infamy, Damian Priest, to get that shot at the NXT Championship. And this is a match we have seen before, but not for the NXT Championship. This is before Gunther was the NXT Champion. But we're going to see it here tonight, live on NXT for the world to see, as this will be Gunther's 3rd defense of the NXT Championship since winning it back at TakeOver Great American Bash. And much like Ilya Dragunov, Gunther has held the NXT Cruiserweight, not the NXT Cruiserweight title, Gunther has held the NXT title for 179 days. And counting. Cesaro looking to end that reign tonight, and so Gunther can have the same amount of days reign as champion as Dragunov did for the Cruiserweight Championship. Cesaro, of course, a former NXT North American champion, winning it back at TakeOver Battleground by defeating the megastar LA Knight, who currently happens to be our United States champion over on Monday Night Raw. And Cesaro lost the NXT North American champion to Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Speaking of Dirty Dom, he'll be back next week defending his North American Championship against the man who is now the #1 contender, that being Dijak. It is Dom's toughest challenge for the North American title. It's coming up next week live on NXT, but right now it is the Ring General Gunther coming out set to defend as NXT Championship for the 3rd time since winning the gold back at TakeOver Great American Bash back in November of last year. It is Gunther. These two have had a contest before in NXT. It was won by Gunther. Let's see if Cesaro can get his win back, and not only that, but now become the brand new NXT Champion. Here live in your main event of the evening tonight on NXT from Cohasset, Massachusetts. It's a big fight field. Can Cesaro become a double champ here in this series? We're going to have to wait and see. The crowd looking ready, as does the challenger Cesaro, and as does the champion Gunther. So to this sold out crowd tonight, and here we go, folks. That is what they're fighting for. The beautiful, prestigious, and coveted NXT Championship. Let's head down to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Alicia Taylor.
Introducing the challenger from Lucerne, Switzerland, weighing in at 232 pounds, Caesar. And his opponent from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 297 pounds, the NXT Champion, Gunther!
Here we go then, folks. Second time these two men have faced off. This time for the NXT Championship. Most coveted prize in all of NXT. It's Gunther. Potentially for the final time. Could be handing his NXT Championship over to our NXT official Rod Zapata. That's what they are fighting for, the NXT title. Let's us all have a look at what he could be winning tonight. Here in your main event. Let's get into it. The sold out crowd is ready. As am I. Championship affair number 3 here tonight. Third in a row. Let's get to it. Cesaro Gunther for the gold. Rod Zapata rings the bell. Matchup underway. This is going to be a fun one here in your main event. It's Gunther able to knee Cesaro away right off the bat. Cesaro fighting right back. Big forearm. Gunther though with a forearm right back. And a big chop there. Overhand still in the chest of the challenger Cesaro. Another one connecting. All thrown away though. And now it's Cesaro fighting right back. As this matchup already getting off to a fast pace here tonight. As Gunther smacking Cesaro once again right in the chest. And again connecting. My days, look at this shot. From the ring general Gunther. But now Cesaro going to drop kick the champ down. And Cesaro getting the upper hand now. On the champion here off the rope. Cesaro. Nice arm drag on Gunther. Here in this championship affair as Gunther has already defended that NXT championship against Keith Lee in a 2 out of 3 falls match as well as Big Bronson Reed. This is a third challenge tonight for the championship. Cesaro heading up to the top rope off a near fall on the champion. Gunther trying to stop him in his tracks. Cesaro going to stop Gunther though. Top rope double axe handle by the challenger. Cesaro looking good at a big knee, perfectly placed on the top of the head of the champ. Here in this championship affair, and again this time out of the way though. As Gunther Cesaro hitting his knee hard, the big shotgun drop kick by the NXT champion Gunther. As I mentioned, what is going down next week, North American title on the line, Dirty Dom defending against Dijak. We're also going to see another number 1 contendership affair for the NXT Championship. Who will be next to challenge the winner of this? And it will be, ladies and gentlemen, at TakeOver Vengeance Day. So you don't want to miss that. Trick Williams, Bronson Reed and Damian Priest collide in a triple threat match next week. The winner gets a shot at the NXT title at TakeOver Vengeance Day. And they could join both of these men if Cesaro is to win this, because Gunther might want to use his rematch clause in that very matchup, making it a triple threat affair, ladies and gentlemen. A lot more action still to come and go down next week right here on NXT. You don't want to miss it. Of course, the tag team titles will be defended as well as the Vikings/War Raiders defend against the Creed brothers, and then in a mini number 1 contender tournament for the NXT Women's titles, Zoe Stark and Lyra Valkyria go 1-on-1. The winner of that moving on to the winner to take on the winner of another mini tournament matchup the previous week, or the following week rather, right here on NXT, with the winner of both of those going against each other. Winner of that getting a shot at Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship at TakeOver Vengeance Day. Coming up at 4 Survivor Series. All that, so much more going down next week right here live on NXT. But right now we're back on with this championship affair. It's Gunther, it's Cesaro for the gold. And Cesaro, nice arm drag, big clothesline, didn't get all of it. Gunther back on the offensive, big shot moving out of the way. Cesaro, drop kick to the chest, the challenger looking good now. And a big boot there by Cesaro, stomping away. And now look at Cesaro go here, gonna send Gunther for a ride. The Cesaro swing here in Cohasset, Massachusetts. The champ don't know where he is. Cesaro having his fun and swinging around the champion. Looking to become the new champ. Looking to step through now with Cesaro. Another sharpshooter. This could do it here. Locks it in tight. Gunther's in trouble. Sharpshooter center of the ring. Gunther's nowhere to go. Rod Zapata looking on very closely. Will Gunther submit? Will Cesaro become the new NXT champion? This is the move he used to win the North American title. And now Gunther's going to be able to escape. It's not going to give him the NXT gold, at least not yet. Gunther with his big, powerful legs and feet able to kick away. Cesaro now heading up to the top rope, following the clothesline. And a big splash by the ring general. Covered by the chap to retain the gold. Scores 2 and Cesaro, and that's all it will be. Just a 2. Another kick out from Cesaro now as you see the champion getting visibly frustrated in this championship affair in your main event of the evening tonight. Cesaro to his feet. Watch Cesaro now. Shoulders down here. Inside Cradle. Small package by the challenger. New champion Hero. Trying to stop Gunther there. Trying to catch him off balance. Trying to catch him off guard. Cesaro went for an elbow drop off the top. Gunther able to slowly move out the way. And now picking him up now. And there it is. Gunther able to connect on Cesaro. Here's the cover. Scoring 2 now. And a kick out of the last symphony by Cesaro. Gunther connected with Last Symphony, but it's not enough for the 3. Cesaro able to kick out. This match continues for the NXT Championship in your main event live in Cohasset, Massachusetts on NXT. Big time knees by the champion. Now rid of the skull on Cesaro, as he is absolutely hurting now. The ring general doing his thing. Cesaro in the corner in this championship contest tonight in your main event. Gunther now, what's he got in mind? Oh Jesus. Tippy top rope, what the hell is Gunther thinking here? Half and half suplex by the NXT champion. Gunther in for the cover, shoulders down now, scoring 2 and a kick out by Cesaro. Unbelievable scenes there. Cesaro stays alive. Big stop moving in the way, and now look at Cesaro, big corkscrew uppercut now by the challenger in this contest. Gonna send Gunther out of the corner, and this is the Cesaro train. The uppercut train now is gonna leave the station and connect right in the face of the ring general Gunther. European uppercuts by Cesaro in the corner. As the flurry of offense now from the challenger continuing in this contest. Beautiful drop kick now by Cesaro. Picks up the champ. Cesaro looking to become the new NXT champion here. Picking up Gunther, UFO, spinning him around and sends him to the mat. Here's the cover, center of the ring now. Legs hook, shoulders down, scoring 2 new sharp crowns. Another kick out by Gunther. What a matchup, however, folks. Live on NXT in your main event for the gold. Double foot stomp by Cesaro. We've already seen a title change tonight. We've already seen a title successfully defended tonight. What will be the outcome of our third and final championship affair tonight? It could be a retention. Big clothesline by Gunther. Cover on Cesaro. Legs hook, shoulders down, scoring 2, grabbing the ropes in the last possible second. Incredible ring awareness by Cesaro as this matchup rolls on here tonight for the gold. Big knee there by Cesaro. Pop-up European uppercut. Center of the ring. Cesaro now covers for the gold here. 2 count. No! Gunther kicks out again. What a war tonight for the NXT Championship. This crowd loving every second of it, and as am I. Here tonight on NXT. Cesaro, big shot there. And another one connecting, finding its mark now. And I watch Cesaro here. Oh, God, right to the midsection there. Watch Cesaro do his thing. Firing up, double foot stomp connecting right at the gut of the Austrian powerhouse, our NXT champion Gunther. Stomp moving out the way. Gunther just smacking Cesaro full force in the face. And that's could be the end of Cesaro's hopes and dreams of becoming champ. Big powerbomb by Gunther. Stacks him up. Scores 2. Cesaro stays in it. This matchup rolling on for the NXT title here tonight. And your main event. And now Gunther Boston Crab got Cesaro. He wants some more. Was wrenching right back, but Cesaro able to grab the bottom ropes again. Great veteran instinct from the challenger. Smart move by the veteran Cesaro. As the ring awareness really into play here in this main event. And here we go, speaking of. Big heavy hands been thrown by both of these superstars here tonight. Back and forth action. Trading blows. Trading shots here tonight. And this NXT title tussle. Cesaro smashing Gunther right in the face, and Gunther firing right back with a shot of his own. And now here comes Cesaro, and now there's Gunther with a knife edge shot, and Cesaro with a big shot right to the jaw of the ring general. Knife edge again, blocked by Cesaro, and here we go. We got a slugfest on our hands tonight, big time hockey fight, and your main event of the evening for the NXT title. Who's gonna get the upper hand? It looks to be Cesaro, forearm after forearm by the number 1 contender. Hooks and Gunther for the championship. Here, Rakolabo! Covered by Cesaro. Then we have a new champion here. Storming to kick out by Gunther. So close, yet so far away. For the challenger, Cesaro. Gunther on the outside of the ring now. Cesaro flies in and takes him out with a tope crossbody on the floor. Cesaro pulling out all the stops to walk out your brand new NXT champion this evening. No Imperium here at ringside either. Gunther's got nobody to help him out. It's Cesaro again to the outside of the ring with a slingshot corkscrew crossbody onto Gunther. Gunther though firing up on the outside of the ring general with a powerbomb on the outside of the ring. Hitting Cesaro's head on the apron. I believe the back of the neck colliding with the hardest part of the ring on the floor there. Gunther gonna send Cesaro back into the ring. Center of the ring at that. Shoulders down in for the cover and another kick out. How the hell is Cesaro still in it after being powerbombed on the floor and the back of his neck colliding with the hardest part of the ring? Gunther can't believe it. Cesaro back in the corner now. And this championship affair. Knee-face chop from Gunther brushed off by Cesaro. Center of the ring. Cesaro got where he wants him. Neutralizer on the champ. Will he neutralize the title reign of Gunther? The cover. The shoulders down. The leg is hooked. And that's only enough for two. That's another kick out by Gunther. What a match tonight. And your main event of the evening for the NXT Championship. Cesaro back to the top. Big knee cam. Moving it the way though is Gunther. Another ring general with a drop kick. And Jesus God. Cesaro went all the way across the ring there. With a drop kick to the back of the challenger by Gunther. The champ now really doing his thing against Cesaro in this championship main event. Stomping away is the ring general. And this is the move he used to win the NXT title. Will he retain right here? Rear naked choking Cesaro. The challenger's in trouble. Nowhere to go. Gunther's gonna lock in tight. Will Cesaro submit? He's got no choice. Gunther retains the NXT championship from your main event of the evening. And that is the third successful defense for our NXT champion Gunther. Knocking off Cesaro. And an absolute war of attrition contested over the NXT Championship here tonight live in NXT from Cohasset, Massachusetts. What a matchup there and what a great performance from both men. Take nothing away from Cesaro, but at the end of the day, Gunther just proved to be that better man with a second straight victory over Cesaro and once again retaining his NXT Championship. And what a matchup, folks, and what a show it's been. That's all we have time for, though, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me nonetheless. And we'll see you tomorrow for another exciting installment of SmackDown. Don't miss it. We'll see you soon, and peace.